Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yes, hello, hello. So we'll do a roll call. Lisa Marie, Mary, Donald, Melody, Matthew, and whoever's behind the scenes there, Hannah, Ezra, Dustin, Jane, Deb, Mike, Bill Shoemaker, and of course, CJ, hostess most of the mostest, Craig. The topic for this one today is sell yourself. Sell yourself. All right. So, a lot of us, when we do start to go out and do something, one of the things that I believe is when you get excited enough to do something, you sold yourself. Would you guys agree? So, something in your mind went, I need to do this. When do you think that you should stop selling yourself?
Never.
All right. Isn't that a good question? Because one of the things, hi, Deborah, thanks for getting on, is people keep asking me all the time, how do you stay in action? How do you go out there and share with other people? This is simple as it is you need to watch or read material, listen to material that gets you excited to share this with other people. There was a video that I don't remember who shared, and I, if I'm thinking right now, I think it was Charlie. Um, so Lisa Marie, you'll have to tell her. But there was a video that I think that Charlie posted on Facebook, and I hadn't seen the video yet. And so as I was watching the videos, my first thought was, "Wow, I haven't seen this video. I need to share it with other people." And so one of the things that each and every one of you have to do, if you're not, put it this way, if you're not reaching out to people, it's because you have fear, false evidence appearing real, false emotions appearing real. So what you got to do is you got to listen to or watch something that gets you back excited about what you were excited at one time in doing. And so if you don't, just like any relationship or anything we do, is how many people here can remember something that they were very, very passionate about in the past, and you're no longer passionate about it? You just fell out of connection with it. It's just that simple. So me, I used to be a big, big, big football fan. And the reason I was is all the people that I knew, they were also football fans. You know what I mean? And then we always hear the statement, you become who you hang around. And so all of a sudden, when I'm not around people, it's pretty interesting that I used to love football and then I loved rodeo. Well, the reason I loved rodeo is because I was working with somebody that every weekend we were at a rodeo, right? We were constantly doing all this stuff with livestock. And then my next love, believe it or not, was race cars. Well, how would I fall in love with race cars? Because I was working with two guys that built race cars.
Then it was me. Then he fell in love with me.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. Um, so I got to keep finding a way to get Brie excited about her living here. You know what I mean? But on a side note, I'm really, really proud of her. I don't know if you guys have seen her posting on social media, and she's getting customers, and she's getting for her to have, to be excited enough to watch a video. She watched a video about what this product did for people that had MS. Her sister has MS, but she still had to have the courage to reach out and call her.
Well, what's funny is I did a post and she commented on my post, and then because we're not real close, so then she was out of town, and so she just called me, and I gave her the what's it called? That list of stuff.
The playlist?
The playlist and our link. And so she just called me. I said, "Well, I'm doing a video right now, so I can't talk to you. I'm pretty busy. So, but I'll get in touch with her." And she's like, "I don't know which one to get." So,
Yeah,
they're all up, but yeah.
Most of the time, you just need to tell them this is what you should get,
Yeah,
and do it. Yeah. So one of the things I want to share with each and every one of you is that I'm going to do a video today, if not tomorrow. But it's just me because when I watched Teri finally talk to her sister, was she nervous? Was she saying a bunch of stuff? Maybe she was saying too much or too little. No, the key thing was she was excited. So when she got done, I listened to her and she was like this and over here and over here and over here and this and you should do this and you should do that and do this. All that her sister heard out of that is that her sister was excited. Are you guys catching me? I remember this when I first got involved because people feel like they need to know all the facts and they need to know all the figures and they need to know, how many studies and how many gold studies and how many athletes and how many patents and how many testimonials and how many years and and they want to know all this stuff, but you say those facts and figures with no energy and no enthusiasm, and the answer is going to be no. And so my deal is I'm not aware, and I know there probably is, but I'm not aware of a more documented product that I've ever seen in my entire life. And so sometimes you can put out different things. I was even going to say to people that are this kind of personality is like, hey, Mike, I'll challenge you. What do you mean you'll challenge me? I'm going to send you some stuff on a product, and I bet you've never marketed or seen a product that's more documented. See, for someone that's challenge oriented, they're like, yeah, game on. I'll find something that's more documented than this. And it's funny because, when you really, really lay everything out there about being in the PDR, physician's desk reference, and then you send people that link. And I was even telling Teri this, her best friend is a nurse, right? And she's worked in the nursing industry forever, right?
Yeah, for her whole adult life.
And I said, sometimes you just got to say to somebody, if I was talking to Jane, I would just say a couple of very quick points, but I'd say, Jane, if I was really super excited about what I just found out about a product, what do you think would impress you more? And what should I focus on in sharing this with you? Just ask them. So, Jane, are you the kind of personality or person that would be more impressed with people's personal stories about it? Or would you be more impressed with the scientific documents and the studies that it's done? Or whether or not it's in the PDR, physician desk reference? Or would you be more convinced if you've seen the patents that were on the product or how long it's been out? What thing do you think that I should share with you? Because of course you know yourself better than me. What things would impress you more? But did you guys notice I basically covered all the highlights? Would you be more impressed with the patents? Would you be more impressed that they have like over 3,000 testimonials? Like we heard, for those of you that seen the Chris sent that to me, by the way. Hang on, you guys. Do, 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 do. Okay, this is the replay
of last night.
Of last night. Okay, I haven't asked. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for jumping on. Hi, Jim, Shelly, Charles, Deborah. Got a lot of great people on here. I appreciate you guys. So one of the things is that when they said that there's been 550 million, I guess, sachets sold. I don't know, sir. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Thank you very much. So it's like, I used to say this statement with other companies, so if you said, 550 million people can't be wrong. Do you guys like that? It's like, listen, they're 29 years old. They've already had 550 million servings that have been sold. There's 100% money back guarantee. But what you guys need to understand again is the whole reason for this video is how sold are you? How sold are you? Because if you're not sold on this, then you got to figure out something to get you sold on it so that you can go out there and share it with others, whether it's an opportunity or whether it's the product itself or whether it's the training. So me, I knew right away that if I could get into somebody's head about how exciting it is, then they're going to get excited. I still have people to this date that tell me that the reason that they got in business with me was because of me. Because of my enthusiasm, my excitement, my certainty. It's like, wow, this guy really believes in what he's doing. And then there's another part is that when I first got involved in this industry, 39 years ago, I knew that there was a guy that I was edifying and promoting that had helped other people make over 10 grand a month because I seen the videos. So I'm going to be one of those people. So I had no problem whatsoever and connecting people with the training, right? So some of you know this, but there's been 68 people that have reached out to me and basically told me the reason for their success was because of me. So I know there's a lot more than that and ripples behind that, but it is still pretty exciting that I know that I can help someone get results, whether it's through getting earning income, or how many of you would just like, it's okay to have a very large customer base and make money. Don't you guys agree? I mean, it's just really, really, and I'm going to do a quick AI thing here because I remember I did this, but I don't remember the number. On the last reports that are done or scientific studies that are done, what's the percentage of people that actually experience a positive effect from placebo? In a previous company, I used to say this in front of the room, and it was pretty powerful. Holy cow, the modern studies show about 30% of people experience positive effects from placebo. I know this number used to be 16. So let me share this with you guys, right? So let's just say that you had a customer base of 1,000 people. And listen to this next statement that is so untrue with this company, it's ridiculous. Let's say that the product does not work. Isn't that a weird thing to say? So I used to stand in front of a group of people and say, I have, 758,000 active people in my group. So if the product didn't work and this was all just a giant scam, 30% of people get a positive placebo effect from the product. Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? So if you had 1,000 people in your group that were customers, that would mean that you would have, 300 people that would basically be telling you that they're getting positive results from the product. So what if you have 10? If you had 10 customers, that's 3 customers that are telling you and everyone they know that when Jim gave them the product and shared the product with them, that they're getting positive results from it being on the product. Now, you guys also know this part of me. I just know that I know that I know that the way to greatness, happiness, fulfillment is a person that serves the most people. The way to greatness is the service of many. And so if you have 10 customers and you only have 3 people that are saying this is awesome, Now you basically have made 3 people's lives better. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Even if the product didn't work, but the product works. So if you really want to change your life and have freedom and have fulfillment, happiness, you need to go out there and convince yourself, sell yourself on the product every day, sell yourself on the opportunity every day, and you have to get off your ass and connect with people. All right? You have to. So one of the things that really excited me about the webinar last night is I did a post about this in Unlimited Wisdom, but I know people that have quit network marketing just to go to TikTok and sign up with companies and be sort of like the infomercial person, right? And when I heard they left network marketing, I'm going, what the hell are they doing? And I go over on TikTok and they're selling a pressure washer for cars. And I'm going like, wow. How many of you people have bought something on the internet? Have any of you bought anything on the internet? Let's be a little old for a second. Have any of you guys ever bought anything from an infomercial? Yes or yes?
A vacuum.
Yes or yes, right? Let me give it to you in a nutshell of what an infomercial does. Is all it tells you is the benefits. They give you benefit, 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 benefit. Then what they do is give you testimony, 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 testimony. Then they say, go to our site. That's not all. We'll throw in an extra, potato pillar with it. And the countdown's going down. We're about ready to run out. So either call the toll-free number or go to the website. Now, this is what the infomercial does next, is it goes, oh, are you still here? Yeah. Benefit, 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 benefit. Testimony, 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 testimony. Now we have less to sell, less time. Call the toll-free number or go to the website. Oh, you're still here? Great. Benefit, benefit. Am I right or am I right? And here's the other thing that's really funny. If you look at movies, it's called a trailer. And they're smart enough with the trailers to know that there's different personality traits and also different lengths of time. So they'll do a 5-second or a 10-second or a 15-second. And then they'll do a trailer for this group, and then this group, and then this group, and this group. And the only reason for the trailers is to get people to go to the movie, right? Mm-hmm. And then what if you don't go to the movie? Then they promote the trailers more for you to watch it on stream. How many of you have watched a trailer to a movie, gone to the movie or streamed it, and you realize that the trailer was the best part of the movie? Me and Teri.
Napoleon Dynamite. Oh my God. But I had to watch it like 2 or 3 more times because when we went to Napoleon Dynamite, I was like, well, this is stupid. But my Matthew absolutely loves movies, and I will watch a movie 4, 5, 6 times. I don't care. I just love watching stuff like that. And it is funny once you watch it again and again. So that's my 2 cents anyways.
Well, that felt more like 5.
Welcome. You're welcome.
That was a whole nickel back there.
Yep.
Hey, you guys want to hear a good joke? You want to know how to go to a 45 cents concert? You go to a concert that's got 50 cents and Nickelback also played. So you got a Nickelback that's 45 cents. Okay. Thank you very much for the dad joke.
I like Nickelback. So.
All right. But getting back to the subject, when you're not going into action, the very next thing that you got to do is you got to sell yourself back on why you need to be doing this. So what really blew me away and how I got on the subject is I didn't know that you needed to be approved by TikTok to sell your product on TikTok. I didn't know that. And so I guess it's not easy. And I guess a lot of companies that are considered pyramids are not allowed to market on TikTok. But to know that a 29-year-old solid company like Immunotec immediately was approved. And so I don't know which products, but to go on and challenge each and every one of yourself to go, okay, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to start doing live videos on every social media, and I'm going to be authentic, and I'm just going to, be in people's faces, and I'm just going to say, hey, listen, because I get pretty adamant when people don't go into action. I'm going like, listen, I don't want you to prove to the world that you're a very low IQ person. It's like, how could you see this stuff and then go, nah, no, thank you. It's crazy to me, right? But we do know the majority of people will not do anything. It's just they're stuck there, and the IRS knows that. And we trying to motivate unmotivated people that have basically proven to themselves that they don't need to do anything, that they know how to survive and they're not going to change anything, right? But I love telling people, like, how do you know that? I love telling people that believe that everything in the world is stacked against them, and that what they're thinking about themselves is just total bullshit. It's not true. It's not true, So my whole thing is I'm challenging myself, and I'm going to start getting on social media and just being authentic and just go off. Another thing, as I knew this in the first like week of being involved with Immunotech, but I keep forgetting. It's pretty crazy to be involved with a company and a product that if you had to list off everything that makes it unique and great, that it would probably take you over an hour. You know what I mean? So it's like, what am I going to cover first? But I do remember getting somebody in the company and they said, well, I'm going to start as a venture. And I go, I thought you told me that you don't have any money. And they go, well, I went to PayPal and I paid with PayPal and they allow me to pay payments. And I'm going like, PayPal is notorious for holding people's money. And this company is so rock solid that they use PayPal to pay me and Teri. Let that sink in. That this company is so solid, a normal company can't get on PayPal. And it basically says in their policies and procedures that if you're one of those companies that pay more than one person for a product sell, that you're not welcome with PayPal. Isn't that crazy? They just like, no, you can't use PayPal to sell your product because we think you're a pyramid scheme. But they don't think that way with Immunotech. How many people think that's pretty powerful? You could just say to people, well, I'm an ABC company. And I go, can I pay for your product or get in your company through PayPal? No. Well, why not? Well, people can't use PayPal. My company uses PayPal. it's like, hey, because our company's a legit company. That's why we get to use PayPal. So if you have people that would like to play more of a role inside Immunotech, tell them to check out the PayPal function. You know what I mean? And because that's crazy. In all the years I've been doing this industry, to think that I've never had someone pay $500 or more to get into a company and use PayPal and be able to make payments. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? But I could go on and on and on. I just wanted to do this video to basically tell each and every one of you that I not only believe in you and I know that you can do this, you just need to keep reselling yourself on the opportunity, whether it's just the product or the opportunity. And for those of you that have known me forever, you know what I mean? You know that I'm usually always opportunity. I'm always focused on opportunity, and I understand that this is a people business, and I want to show people how to use residual and leverage to have financial freedom, not to worry about money ever again. And I just have never, ever, ever have I had a product this documented. So every time I see a new video on it, or I've seen that interview that Mandy and Mary Beth did with Dr. Gutman, and I'm like watching this and just going, holy cow. So I can either tell people that try to get their glutathione through a liquid or a tablet or a patch, that doesn't work as well as Immunocal. Or I could let Dr. Gutman tell him. you know, and so that's what I wanted to share with each and every one of you. When you're not going into action and talking to people, you need to watch something. I've done videos where it shows all the training that's in the back office. It's got a YouTube channel. I told Teri today that you could go to YouTube and just put in Immunocal. And not Immunotec. I'm sure you could put that as well, but you could go in and put in Immunocal, and it's going to take you a long, long time to go through all the videos. Believe it or not, if you put in just the word Immunotec, and I use subtitles, there's a guy that I don't remember how many videos it is, but it's a lot. But this guy has gone out and done interviews with every person that's a platinum, senior platinum, or diamond.
Wow.
And just walked up to every one of them. What'd you used to do? How much do you make now? Blah, 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 blah. Of course, it's in Spanish. So what I do is I use the captions on YouTube. I just click on, right on the CC, and there's a button next to it with a gear. And I click on it and I put it for English subtitles. And I never thought about that to now. If you guys found a good one and you really liked it, then you could just, use something like Loom and record your screen, and then it would have English subtitles on it. And you could go, watch this video. So I love each of you. Got anything to say, hun?
No.
Okay. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so proud of you. And again, yeah, Teri.
Feel like it, you're going to have all this shit in your head going, oh my God, this person's not going to want to hear it, this, that, and the other. I reached out to a lady today that used to be an MDC and said, would you be open to looking at a new company? And she's like, always. That's all I said to her. Would you be open for looking at a new company? Now, when I do reach out to people, I do it my way. I'm not a marketer. I am who I am. And it could be a whole long list of stuff that I'm telling them. Some do.
But you do it.
I do it.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I'm not a marketer. Hey, this is who I am. This is, like me, don't like me, whatever. But this product, I feel we would be doing a huge disservice not to let people know how they could get their health better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, I was going to the bathroom the other day and I was like, wow, I don't have any aches and pains. I'm 62.
Do you normally have aches and pains when you go to the bathroom?
Sometimes, but
okay.
I just stupid shit pops in my head. I came out into the kitchen and I was like, wow, my hip doesn't hurt. My shoulder doesn't hurt. I used to have like a knot in the back of my shoulder, and we'd go get weekly massages, and they could never get that knot out of my shoulder. I adjust my bra straps so I do it this way, and I used to not be able to. I used to go, oh, that's about as far as I can reach. Well, now I could reach way down. So, just that, and not having the food noise And I'm a huge sugar fan. I love sugar. And always have had candy around. Josh sent us a whole thing with all these different candies. And I maybe had 1 or 2 chocolate covered cherries. I have really no desire to, even at night. Listen, I would make a cake and we would eat that cake till the damn cake was gone. 8 o'clock. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Let's have a snack. Let's have a cake snack. Let's have some ice cream. Let's have some cookies. Do I still fill my house with shit? Absolutely. I bought little cinnamon sugar donuts because Kyle's here. And, but anyway, so I just think I would be doing a huge disservice not to let people know that they could get their health better, even if it's just a customer,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
That was probably 10 cents there.
$7.50.
There you go. But how many people can see and feel her enthusiasm?
I need to see that baby, Ezra, more than every 5 or 6 weeks. Matt may not like having to come get me. I'll just use an Uber. I'll make so much money. I'll Uber there and Uber back. I don't give a shit.
There you go. There you go. So just fly a helicopter over there.
Nah, I'm not a helicopter.
Okay. So the last thing I want to share too is I recently, because Craig still every once in a while, and Craig does so much. I just love and appreciate him so much. Everybody give him a hand. So we recently uploaded a video on YouTube, and people still donate on those videos. And so we just noticed that Melody Ryba made a donation, and I just wanted to thank her and let everyone know how much we love and appreciate her, and love and appreciate each and every one of you too that are slowly upgrading for all the stuff that we're doing for the other tiers. So I love you guys. I believe in you. I wish that you believed in yourself as much as I believe in you.
Do it anyway.
But just come on. It's not gonna hurt you if people say no. And in fact, I know it's just part of the process. Yep. So I love you. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, and I'll turn it over to Craig.
Oh my goodness, what an amazing message today. Thank you so much, Robert and Teri. And Teri, wow. How many of you were inspired by just Teri alone? I mean, we always get inspired by Robert, but Teri. Awesome. Thank you all very much. Just a reminder, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern is Daily Wisdom. And then now on Thursdays, for the premium people, Breakthroughs. And that's where we get to go into the nitty gritty about helping you get to the next level with Robert and Matt and everybody here. That's on Thursdays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Saturday, another premium, Ask Us Anything, where you get to ask whoever is in the community a question, and we will go through and help answer that question. That's Ask Us Anything, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern on Saturday. Sunday, Master's Mind. Open to everybody, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, a great community forum, a great way to get the message from ending the previous week and starting the new week. And then, of course, Monday, what could we say? I mean, we had a great day.
Recess is the best.
Yeah, recess is the best. You heard it from Teri. It's recess! And that's 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern on Monday. We look forward to seeing you at all these amazing daily live events and more to come. So, until next time, please be good to yourselves, be cash, and bye, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to go ahead. Why not? Let's unmute everybody so we can all say so long and have a fantabulous day. There we go.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a great day.
Shelley, Deborah, Donald,
Thank you, Robert
Matthew,
and Teri. I love
Ezra,
you.
Hannah,
Love
Lisa,
you.
Marie,
Bye,
Mary,
everyone.
Love
Kevin,
you. Have a great day.
Justin,
Make it a
Arlene,
fabulous
Jane,
day.
Deb, Bill.
Have a great night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
CJ, God bless. Bye-bye.